welcome to another presentation of LMC Varsity Sports. I'm Elijah Ware here at Memorial Field as the Mamaroneck Tigers get set to host John Jay East Fishkill in this Section 1 semifinal matchup. Mamaroneck comes in at 16-2, John Jay at 15-3, so it should be a good one coming up next on LMC Varsity Sports.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Memorial Field. Today's game between John Jay East Fishkill Patriots and your Mamaroneck Tigers. Starting for John Jay, senior, number 1, Austin Morizette. Senior, number 4, Connor Fulton. Senior, number 6, Matthew Corrigan. Freshman, number 8, Grant Bryant. Junior, number 9, Ethan Robertson. Senior, number 10, Raymond Troach. Senior, number 13, James Kane. Junior, number 15, Billy Moore. Senior, number 17, Brian Fornello. Sophomore, number 18, Zachary Rabady. And senior, number 27, Alberta Molina. The Patriots are coached by and the rest of the Jay East Fishkill. And now for your Mamaroneck Tigers. Senior, 00, Nicholas Anderson. Junior, number 3, J.M. Jacob. Junior, number 5, James Jogan. Junior, number 6, Joey Dos Santos. Senior, number 7, Liam O'Reilly. Sophomore, number 10, Milton Mancias Mangana. Senior, number 12, Will Webb. Junior, number 14, Connor Shepard. Senior, number 21,
I can hear him,
Matt Geraldo. And senior, number 25, Jack Lowinger. The Tigers are coached by Rich Becker, assistant coaches Nick Mangan, Alejandro Victoria.
We are set for the opening kickoff here at Memorial Field. Mamaroneck in black, John Jay in white. And this Section 1 semifinal is now underway. John Jay with possession, and Mamaroneck knocks it out of bounds. John Jay comes in here after defeating New Rochelle 1-0 in their quarterfinal matchup. Mamaroneck beat North Rockland 1-0 as well in their quarterfinal matchup. And both teams have identical records,
Identical spots in the standings. Mamaroneck at number 2, John Jay at number 3. So this should be a very close, hard-fought playoff matchup here. As John Jay tries to work his way towards Mamaroneck's goal. It's now Zachary Rabati. He passed it back to the center, and Mamaroneck kicks it down the field. Nearly goes out of bounds, and now will. And it'll be Mamaroneck inbounding. DeCo gets it in. Goes ricochets off a couple heads. And off Mamaroneck and out of bounds. Caragini inbounded that one, comes right back to him. He inbounds again. John Jay tries to go middle. And this one is kicked to the close corner. And it'll be Mamaroneck possession. Some pretty decent weather out here. Slight rainfall, not too much that it'll affect the game. About 62 degrees. And this is perfect late October weather for this playoff matchup. Mamaroneck trying to find a way to get it down the other end of the field. John Jay has really been in control of the ball for most of these first 2.5 minutes. As this one is kicked up, controlled by Rabati. And it's now Mencius Magana on the move. I saw Mencius Magana in the bathroom before the game. He said he was a little nervous, but he's ready. And I told him, you know, this is what you do. Just play with confidence, play under control, and play your role, and everything will happen the way it's supposed to. So this one is on the far side, kicked back to the middle and knocked away. Good defensive play there from Jack Lowinger. And a big collision there around the midfield line, and we have a man down for the Tigers. Not sure who that is, but he is writhing in pain as the trainer comes out to tend to him. He's back to his feet, and it's Jack Radovich. So he's back to his feet. He's able to walk off the field under his own power. So Lowinger comes out. And replacing him looks like number 2. Not sure who that is. It must be a JV call-up. And this one ricochets a couple times. DeCo has it up to Mencius Magana. He goes back middle, a good move there. And the Tigers are on the move. O'Reilly moving. He works the sideline, uses his patience, but kicks it right to a John Jay defender. Mamaroneck still in control. As in soccer, possession changes quite a bit. This one kicks straight to O'Reilly, and now it's a race for the ball. Mamaroneck now in control. Will Webb with the ball. Over to Mencius Magana. He makes a move middle. Nifty ball handling there from Magana. And it's knocked out of bounds. So this is going to be a corner kick coming up for the Tigers And this is their best opportunity thus far to get a goal. 35 minutes left to go here in this first half. This one is up, knocked away. Kick towards the goal. Couple heads hit it. Kicked right back. O'Reilly tries to get to it. He's unable to get to it as John Jay is playing some pretty decent defense. And it'll be Mamaroneck ball. And this one ricochets and is scooped up by Austin Morizet. And this one is taken away. Pass to Geraldo is knocked away. And I really want to find out who number 2 is. Not sure. But I'll go and find out during halftime because he's out there making some good defensive plays. And it's now John Jay moving. This one passed up just a bit too far for Rabati. Passed in by DeCo. Right straight to O'Reilly. O'Reilly has that one intercepted. Tries to get it back. Will Webb tries to get it back. Now John Jay gets across midfield. Ricochet, good patience there. It's now number 2. Matt Geraldo with the ball. He tries to get it to O'Reilly. And it goes to DeCo. Dos Santos back to DeCo. DeCo up to O'Reilly. O'Reilly tries to go middle. He now has a lane. He makes the pass. Kick to Geraldo. And Geraldo hits that one just a bit too high. And that was a great opportunity there. Good ball movement from the Tigers, but unable to capitalize. Morizet will kick this one away. Decides to go with the short kick to his teammate. It's now kicked down the field, and some misjudgment there from Lowinger. Jackson Karras kicks it away. Will Webb with it. Has it knocked away. Zach Rabati gets another foot on it. Still moving is John Jay. And they were in scoring territory, but that kick goes too far. And the Tigers are back on the move. Big kick there. Headed. Will Webb with it. Over to DeCo. Sliding kick. And it's knocked out of bounds. 31.5 left to go in this first half. Still 0-0. Both teams looking to find some type of weakness in the other's defense. These teams did play earlier in the season. It was on September 9th. And Mamaroneck got the win, 1-0. And both of these teams are here once again playing for a trip to the section final, the Section 1 final to be exact. And it's going to be a hard-fought game the entire time until the clock has quadruple zeros. And a great save there from DeCo. This one kicked down the field. Headed up by Webb. Headed again by Troshi. Good pass there from O'Reilly over to Macias Magana. He kicks it up the sideline, and it's knocked away by Alberto Molina. DeCo inbounding. And that one goes between Mancias Magana's legs. Pretty good pace here to start this game. Both teams still looking for that seam to get a nice angle and a shot on goal. It's gonna really come down to good crisp passing. Pretty sure the field is a tad bit wet from the mist from the misty rain coming down, and it's Geraldo moving, trying to time the ball. Good box out. He has control of it, but it's cut off. It has it knocked away and out of bounds. Ball over in the deep corner, the close deep corner. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Tigers as they look to strike first here in this game. This one is up, kicked high up into the air by Magana. Bounces. DeCo gets a head on it. John J. East Fishkill moving. Trying to navigate through the Mamaroneck defense, but unable to do so. Mamaroneck inbounds. Dos Santos tries to get it across midfield. He does, as the ball trickles up the sideline and out of bounds. 28 minutes left to go in the first half. Patriots inbounding. They get it in. Knocked out of bounds again. This one passed in, mistimed, and knocked out of bounds again. So it looks like this is going to be a corner kick coming up for John Jay. It was actually a throw-in from the deep corner on Mamaroneck's side. So it's thrown in, knocked away by Webb, and scooped up by Jackson Karras. So Karras gets set to kick this one away. Wind picked up just a little bit as he kicked it. Didn't affect it too much. And knocked out of bounds, ruled Mamaroneck ball. John Jay moving, trying to get it up close to the goal of the Tigers. Still with possession, kicked away. O'Reilly tries to control. Radovich trying to track it down. John Jay still moving. DeCo gets a head on it. Will Webb gets a foot on it. And now Geraldo kicks it back to O'Reilly, and they're on the move. Some good passing there, back and forth. And knocked out of bounds. Good sequence of events there for the Tigers. Trying to get closer and closer to scoring position. Pass into O'Reilly. Back to Webb. He's going to hit it over to DeCo. And that's some good defense there by Rabati. as it seems like he's been everywhere on the field so far. 25 minutes left to go in the first half. Mamaroneck still with possession. Dos Santos makes a move, has it ricocheted. And that's a good move. Moving up the sideline, Deco cuts him off and knocks it out of bounds. Connor Ludwig inbounds. Ball on the sideline, kicked up the field. John Jay retreats. Matt Geraldo tries to keep it in bounds. He does. Great play there by Geraldo. And the Tigers are still moving. O'Reilly over to Geraldo. Geraldo tries to get it past a John Jay defender. He still has it. And it's kicked away and out of bounds by Matthew Nansen. Ball back in play to the middle to Will Webb. Back to Dos Santos. And the Tigers unable to track it down. Still 0-0. Neither team able to get any real good looks at the goal thus far. Kicked up past the midfield line. Deco puts it up in the air. As the ball goes back and forth, constantly changing possession. John Jay in control right now as they try to set up their attack, and now they're on the move. Trying to go back middle. Will Webb knocks it away. Good pass over to Fernellos. He passes it up to the close corner of Mamaroneck, and it goes out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick for Jackson Karras. Karras knocks it away. Ooh, right off the face of Jake Murray, and he is down as he took a ball to the face there. So the trainers and coaches run out on the field as they try to tend to Jake Murray. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Oh, thank you. Went to school for broadcast media, so I've been doing this for a while. Yeah.
Who are you doing it for? For the school?
No, I'm doing it for LMC TV, Larchmont Mamaroneck Community Television. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I love this job. Yeah.
Is it watch sports games?
Yep.
Is it all sports that you do?
Yeah, all sports. Yep. But I'm actually working with a boys and girls club right now, and I'm teaching them like video editing and how to make movies and stuff like that. So, you know, it's a lot of things you could do with this. You know.
Yeah.
So, and it's the way we're going too in the digital age. You know. So, yeah.
There's got to be something connected.
Yep. It's all video and video content. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you can have these local channels.
Mm-hmm.
These little cameras.
Right, 3. So we are back as it is kicked away by the Tigers. Let's hope that Jake Murray is all right. And there's a collision there. Kicked up to Macias Magana. He makes a move middle, weaves his way. And this one kicked down to the corner, and it goes out of bounds. Possession going to John Jay. Alberto Molina getting set to boot this one away. It's a low kick, headed at midfield, and Will Webb felt that one on his head. And this is a breakaway opportunity, but great defense there from Lowinger. And Will Webb retreats as well. And the Tigers get to stop, and it's now O'Reilly on the move. He's still moving down the middle of the field. He's going to pass it up as the Tigers try to find a seam, try to pass it back middle, and a big collision over there on the far side. And John Jay tries to move. It's now Dos Santos moving up to Macias Magana. He goes middle. And this kick is blocked. Ethan Robertson trying to move it up the sideline. Kicked away by Jack Lowinger. Not only did he kick it away, but got it to ricochet off of Robertson and gets possession for his team. And I think Macias Magana may have gotten hit in the mouth. It looks like he was holding his tooth, but he tries to track that one down. John Jay gets to it first. And we have a substitution coming into the game for John Jay East Fishkill. And it is number 18, Zachary Rabati, the sophomore phenom, as he comes in for Matthew Nansen, another super sophomore. This one inbounded by Grant Bryant. Free kick coming up by Rabati. Or actually by Matthew Caragini. Caragini sends that one over to the far side, and it's knocked out of bounds by John Jay. Mamaroneck ball. 18 and a half left to go in the half. This one kicked up. John Jay trying to find a seam. Geraldo gets to it. Retreats a bit. Dos Santos. Zach Rabati kicks it up the field. It's a race for it. Ethan Robertson trying to get to it. Defensive battle thus far here in this game as this one is thrown in. And it's a corner kick coming up for John Jay. Their best opportunity thus far. 17 minutes left to go. The ball is up and knocked away, kicked up high and over the goal. So a good save there from Jackson Karras. Left a slight rebound opportunity, but it goes up high into the air and over the net. And we remain at 0-0. Karras kicks it away. It's a low kick. Kick back across midfield. Liam O'Reilly with it. He tries to pass it up, but unable to get to it is Radovich. Headed again by O'Reilly. Geraldo tries to make a pass over to Radovich, unable to do it, and that's another big ball to the head on Will Webb. You know, that CTE is serious in sports like soccer and football. But hey, it's for the love of the game. It's now back to Dos Santos. And he kicks it out of bounds up into the stands. And I think that may have hit somebody as everybody's looking. But I can't see, so we'll see as that one's kicked up. Rabati kicks it towards the goal, and it'll be scooped up by Jackson Karras, as he hasn't let anything get past him thus far. Karras kicks it away, ball spinning like a football. O'Reilly puts that one out of bounds. Inbounding for John Jay, Grant Bryant. Headed again by Will Webb. I know he's going to need a nice head massage after this game, as Radovich gets that one to ricochet off of John Jay. Puts it in good position for his Tigers to try to move closer towards the goal. O'Reilly with the box out. Puts it up the sideline. Now Radovich looking to inbound. He leaves it for Dos Santos. Passed over to Caragini. Knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. So John Jay working their way up the field. A good header back towards the goal. Knocked away and out of bounds. And possession will go to the Tigers. 13 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in this first half. Neither team with any points on the board, as it's been a good defensive battle. Both teams in good position to get stops defensively. Goalies in the right places at the right times. But we still have about 53 minutes left to go, and a lot can happen in that amount of time. Shoot, a lot can happen in 10 seconds, so you never know who's going to strike first here in this semifinal matchup. Racing forward is Radovich and Bryant. Bryant wins that one. Going towards the goal, but scooped up. No one in position for the rebound for John Jay. Leads to an easy scoop and kick away. And big header there by Geraldo. O'Reilly moving, Geraldo trying to get up the field, and he is tripped up. And this may very well be a penalty kick. So it was outside the box. So it's going to be a free kick instead. And this is a golden opportunity here for the Tigers to try and capitalize. I hear someone yelling out just like yesterday. I'm not sure what happened yesterday, but we'll see if that particular person is happy after this. Kicked a little okey doke there, and it nearly gets past Morissette, but he falls right on it. And that was a good little bit of trickery there from the Tigers. Nearly worked, but a great save by Austin Morissette keeps it at 0-0. And it's now John Jay moving, trying to kick it back to the middle. It's kicked back to the middle, and Karras may have gotten a hand on it to keep it at 0-0, 10.5 left to go. Corner kick coming up for John Jay. It's up, going towards the goal, and caught out of the air by Karras. Right place, right time. He boots it away, and it's O'Reilly trying to track it down. Up the sideline as O'Reilly is shoved in the back, and the referee definitely saw that one and rules it a free kick for the Tigers. O'Reilly puts it up. Scrum for the ball leads to a free kick for John Jay. As Molina kicks it across midfield down to the deep corner. Jackson Karras plays with it for a little bit. But trying to run after it was Ethan Robertson, so Karras just picks it up, sends it over to Lopez. Lopez gets it across midfield. Kicked up high. Lopez gets a head on it, keeps it inbounds. And kicked away and out of bounds by John Jay. 8:20 left to go in the first half. Ball thrown in. Joe Lopez puts it high up into the air, going towards the goal. Rebound opportunity for the Tigers. Unable to control it. Joe Lopez tries to send it back to the middle. Unable to do so. Still Tigers possession as Lopez will inbound. He gets it in. And a violation called against Liam O'Reilly leads to a free kick for John Jay East Fishkill. As this goes across midfield, Will Webb gets a foot on it. Inbounded by John Jay. Lights beginning to come on here at Memorial Field as we get deeper into the evening. 4:43 p.m. now. And a free kick for John Jay's Alberto Molina from the midfield line. As he sends it towards the goal. Good opportunity here. Karras knocks it away. John Jay trying to run it down. James Kane able to get to it. Saves it again, or nearly does, but the referee rules it out of bounds. in Tigers' possession. Game beginning to have a bit of a better rhythm to it. Had a good pace in the beginning, and now it has a nice rhythm to it. Both teams getting a little closer to the goal on each of their possessions. And this one goes to the corner, and it'll be thrown in on the far side by Joe Lopez. As he gets it into O'Reilly, he gives it right back to him. Lopez sends it towards the goal, and it's caught out of the air by Austin Morizet. He puts it up high. Headed. And kicked away and out of bounds by the Tigers. William Moore inbounding. And it's Mamaroneck ball. Lopez kicks it away. Working up the sideline is James Kane. He tries to send it middle. Great defensive play from Jack Lowinger. John Jay still with possession, trying to find a way to get it to the middle, right in front of the goal. As they have it, a good spin move there. John Jay still with possession. Kick back to the middle, but behind the net and out of bounds. Tigers possession. .345 left to go in this first half. Marco Keckman on the sideline. He kicks it up. Miscommunication there from John Jay. Ball trickles out of bounds. Trying to go up the sideline was O'Reilly. Keckman tries to track it down, unable to get to it. Still moving is John Jay. But James Kane kicks it too far and out of bounds. Under 3 minutes to go now here in this first half, as Jackson Karras gets set to kick it away. Lopez gets ahead on it. John Jay inbounding. Couple bodies hit the ground, or maybe just one body, as Joe Lopez looks for a recipient of his inbound. He finds O'Reilly. Patience there from Troshi. Marco Keckman sends it up the sideline. A minute and a half left now. And this one goes towards the goal. And it went just over the net. Wow. Very close. As that would have been a huge goal right before the end of the first half for John Jay East Fishkill. but just a bit too high, and we remain at 0-0. A minute left to go now. Knocked away and out of bounds by Molina. Mamaroneck trying to be in attack mode here before the end of the half. Marco Keckman trying to track it down. He gets a foot on it, ricochets out of bounds. And it's now John Jay on the attack. Kicked away by Molina. He gets it across midfield. Headed again by Will Webb. Marco Keckman gets a head on it. Up to O'Reilly. John Jay on the move. Under 20 seconds left now. Joe Lopez kicks it way back down the field. And I think that kills any chance for John Jay. As now has 6 seconds left. Kicked out of bounds by DeCo. And that's going to be the end of the first half, as neither team able to get a goal on the board. Good defensive battle here in this Section 1 semifinal matchup. Mamaroneck 0, John Jay East Fishkill 0. So we have a good one. Number 2 versus number 3 here at Memorial Field. We'll be right back with the second half. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. We are set for the second half, as it'll be Matt Giraldo kicking this one off. Back to Liam O'Reilly. 40 minutes on the clock. And we are underway here for this second half. 0-0, as neither team was able to score. Had a couple shots near the end of the first half, but none able to really make it to the back of the net. And both teams, they switch sides here and try to get some goals on the board. The winner will move on to play Ossining, as they just got a 2-1 victory over Arlington in their Section 1 semifinal matchup. So Ossining is awaiting the winner of this game to play in the Section 1 final. Very defensive-minded first half from both teams. 4 shots on goal on both sides, as John Jay had 3 off goal and 1 saved. So 3 shots off goal for Mamaroneck and 1 save by Austin Morizet for the Patriots. And 3 saves came from Jackson Karras on 4 shots on goal from the Patriots. Working up the sideline. Marco Keckman gets physical over there on that side. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be inbounded by John Jay. Scrum for the ball, as John Jay is applying some pressure, and this one's kicked very far over the net. And Jackson Karras will kick this one away. Starting to get a little chilly out here now. Lights even brighter, as Radovich tracks it down. He's being tracked down as well by a couple John Jay defenders. Ball thrown into O'Reilly. O'Reilly tries to send it middle. He does, and this one is kicked high into the air by Giraldo. Dos Santos tries to bend it like Beckham, but it's caught out of the air by Morizet, and he kicks it away. Off the side of the foot. Matt Giraldo Tries to work his way through the defense, knocked away by John Jay. And a good play there from Deco. Marco Keckman tries to get it up to Radovich, and he gets it, but unable to control it. But still moving. He kicks it to the middle, and it's caught by Morizet. Deco sends it up to Macias Magana. He goes middle. He kicks it towards the goal, and it's knocked away. Great save there from Austin Morizet. Matt Giraldo is hype off that one, though. And this is going to be a corner kick from Liam O'Reilly. And Mamaroneck really starting to apply some pressure now. Deco, he kicks it into Deco, and Deco sends that one high through the uprights. Would have been a goal in the other football game, but not this one. Kicked away by John Jay. Will Webb nearly has it knocked away. Deco sends it up to O'Reilly. O'Reilly unable to control as he tries to track it down. And Alberto Molina kicks it out of bounds. Macias Magana is tripped up. No call. Molina sends it away. Up to James Kane. Working up the sideline is Ethan Robertson. He sends it back middle. And Mamaroneck converges on Ludwig. Fancy footwork there from James Kane for the Patriots. And this ball ends up out of bounds. And we have a substitution coming in for John Jay's Matthew Caragini. And it looks like it's Connor Ludwig. So I guess that wasn't Connor Ludwig that they converged on a few moments ago, as he is just checked into the game. And a violation called against Radovich will lead to a free kick for the Patriots. 33-33 left to go in this second half. But Webb gets ahead on it. And a great defensive play there from Webb. Over to Radovich. He pushes up the sideline. He's cut off, but gets it to go out of bounds off of John Jay. And Dos Santos will inbound. He gets it in. Keckman over to Webb. And this one sails towards the goal. Giraldo unable to get to it, scooped up by Morizet. And a great play there from Matt Giraldo, and the referee calls a tripping violation against Giraldo. Questionable call there, as the free kick by Molina goes to Deco. He gets it back across midfield. On the move is John Jay. Keckman sends it up and out of bounds. Eight minutes gone by here in this second half. Still tied at 0-0. And to be expected, both teams played earlier in the season and it was a 1-0 victory for the Tigers. So the defensive battle was expected here in the Section 1 semifinal as Mamaroneck tries to work his way towards the goal, unable to do so, kicked away and out of bounds by John Jay. Inbounded into Keckman. John Jay now on the move. Rabadi kicks it up. Lowinger saves it and actually kicks it out of bounds as we have substitutions coming into the game for John Jay. Thrown in. Radovich is able to box out, or yes, that was Radovich. Actually, it wasn't Radovich, it was James Yogus. And this one is kicked away by Karras. It's now Radovich. He makes a good move. Back to Will Webb. He's being chased from behind. Good awareness there from Will Webb to maintain possession. Keckman tracks it down, makes the pass up to Radovich. He sends it middle. This is a chance, but the pass is off target for Geraldo. And that was a great opportunity there for the Tigers to try to take the lead here. 30 minutes left to go as Molina will kick it away. And a tripping violation called against the Tigers will lead to a free kick for John Jay. Zach Rabadi will send it towards the goal. And this one nearly ricochets off of Jackson Karras, but he's able to haul it in. And he gets another save, puts this one high up into the air, straight to O'Reilly. Molina comes up and saves it. DeCo has it knocked away and out of bounds off of Rabadi. Macias Magana fighting for it. And Rabadi kicks it away again. Moving is Keckman. He makes a good pass against the grain to Geraldo. Geraldo tries to take a shot, but has it ricocheted. But a great play there anyway. After the great pass from Keckman, the shot attempt from Geraldo leads to a corner kick from O'Reilly. So we'll see what happens after that good sequence of events from the Tigers. But first, we have an injury timeout as Rabadi needs to come out of the game. Coming in for him is Raymond Trochy. Actually, not Trochy, it's actually James Kane. So James Kane comes in for John Jay. And this one kicked in. Keckman tries to get to it. And it's now John Jay on the move. And a good play there from Dos Santos as he stops the John Jay attack and keeps possession in Mamaroneck's hands on John Jay's side of the field. going back and forth between both teams, and the referee blows it dead and rules a free kick for John Jay. Kicked up, good kick there from Molina. Sailing towards the goal, Karras hauls it in. And Jackson Karras kicks it away. Geraldo comes up to get it. He boxes out over to Keckman. Patience so important in soccer. Most of the time, the defender already knows what the offensive player is trying to do. So one must be deceptive and really just patient when passing or shooting. Marco Keckman fighting for it. Soccer isn't thought of to be a very physical game, but it is indeed very physical out there on the field. As this one is kicked up the far sideline and it goes out of bounds. 25 and a half left to go in this ball game. Two powerhouse programs facing off here in this semifinal matchup. Mamaroneck currently ranked number 9 in Class AA in New York State, and Ossining is currently ranked number 17 out of a lot of programs. I'm not sure exactly how many. Those are two pretty good numbers here as this one goes out of bounds. And possession will go to Ossining, or not Ossining, excuse me, John Jay. One of these teams will be playing against Ossining in this Section 1, in the Section 1 final. High up into the air. Mamaroneck retreats. Passed in by Ludwig. Matt Geraldo, the only Tiger down there to try to get it. He does his job well enough as he makes John Jay kick it out of bounds. And now inbounding is Macias Magana. And he just gives it to Joey Dos Santos. Lowinger gets ahead on it. Good pass there up to O'Reilly. O'Reilly kicks it towards the goal. Number 2 tracks it down. Going towards the goal. Good shot there from Keckman. But a even better save from Austin Morizet. You gotta think that something's about to break through here in this second half for one of these teams. Both teams, goalies and defense holding up beautifully so far. And with 22 minutes left to go, if we're still tied at 0-0, we'll be going into overtime. And overtime is sudden death. Ball ricochets a couple times off of both teams. Passed over to Rabati, and he's tripped up by Dos Santos. And it'll be a free kick coming up for John Jay. This one is up. Ricocheted a couple times and nearly goes through the net, just over. As that would have been a huge goal there. Any goal right now is huge for either team, as that would have been a big one had it gotten past Karras. But it didn't. Karras kicks it away. John Jay gets a head on it and ricochets out of bounds. Looks like, not sure who that one went off of. It was a close call, but the ball awarded to the home team. Pass into Magana. Scrum for the ball. Now goes out of bounds. Awarded to John Jay. Still in play. Macias Magana works the sideline. Passes it back middle. And kicked away by Molina. Headed back by Yogis. And a good play there from Yogis. Put the ball in the perfect spot for his team to get to it. And it's now the Tigers on the move. Good spin move there. And I'm looking at number 2's jersey, and it looks like it says Keckman. So I'm guessing he's related to Marco Keckman. So we're going to call him Young Keckman from now on. Kick back across midfield, headed across midfield. John Jay on the move. 3 Mamaroneck defenders back. Good pass there, and this one nearly goes in the goal as it is scooped up by Karras. Wow. Wow. Near goal there. And that would have been huge for John Jay. And it's knocked out of bounds by O'Reilly. Very fortunate are the Mamaroneck Tigers right now to still be tied at 0-0. Kick towards Karras. He waits for it, lets it hit his chest, and he'll boot this one away. Wow. What a near goal there. Hit the cross, hit the post. And wow, I'm sure Dave put up a nice replay for that one. This one goes in, ricochets off of Young Keckman. And it's John Jay ball. high down the sideline and out of bounds. Coming into the game is J.M. DeCo for Joey Dos Santos. Good passing, or nearly a good pass there, but broken up by Mamaroneck. Liam O'Reilly now moving. Mamaroneck trying to attack. Great pass there to Geraldo. Geraldo takes it back middle. He shoots it, and it goes straight to Morizet, as that was a good opportunity for the Tigers there. Headed up. Will Webb trying to get to it. He uses his strength and does get it. Young Keckman with it. He's working. He retreats. Kicked up to Geraldo. Will Webb over to Young Keckman. Young Keckman moving. He goes middle to O'Reilly. O'Reilly looks for a seam. Great pass there. Right back. Oh, tried to do the give and go. But some good defense from John Jay. Leads to an inbound from Joe Lopez as he gets it into O'Reilly. Geraldo tries to track it down, and he's tripped up. No call from the referee. As the ball is fought for over there. Kicked back up the field, and a tripping violation will go against Ethan Robertson. And I'm sure the Mamaroneck fans are happy about that one. John Jay fans, not so much, as this will be a free kick coming up for the Tigers. .14:40 left to go in this ball game. Well, in regulation, I should say, as this one is up, headed. Referee runs out of the way. DeCo puts it up to the corner. Mancias Magana wants to send it back middle. He does, and it's behind the net. So Mancias Magana tries to make a move. It goes behind the net, and we remain at 0-0. Scrum for the ball now, as Mamaroneck tries to get through there. Echeverria is tripped up, and it's now John Jay on the move. Rabati up the sideline. DeCo is able to strip him, kicks it away from him. Still in possession of John Jay, and it goes out of bounds. Tigers ball. Kicked up across midfield. Echeverria tries to control it. John Jay now moving. Rabati trickles across the midfield line. Macias Magana. Now John Jay working. Yogus kicks it up to Geraldo. Geraldo tries to box out and control it. Unable to do so, kicked high up into the air. Straight to Will Webb. Will Webb now trying to work. Echeverria now looking to work. And Magana has it knocked away out of bounds. Still Tigers possession. As this one passed to Deco. And knocked away by Molina. 11:40 left to go. O'Reilly fighting for it. And John Jay lets that one go out of bounds. And Molina will kick it away. Will Webb gets a head on it, as he's been doing the entire game. Joe Lopez kicks it up to the deep corner. Fight for the ball, kicked away. Great play there from Yogus. And the fans wanted a call against John Jay. And it's now race for it. Working up the field is John Jay. And Jack Lowinger knocks it out of bounds. Will Webb able to stop that attack. Still tied at 0-0 in this Section 1 semifinal matchup. Playoff soccer, goals are hard to come by. And we're now under 10 minutes left to go in regulation. As Jackson Karras gets set to boot this one away. Straight to Magana. O'Reilly puts it up for Geraldo. Geraldo tries to run it down, but the ball goes out of bounds. Fight for the ball, goes back middle. O'Reilly tries to kick it up to Magana. Little miscommunication there, mistiming. James Kane trying to work his way up the field, and it's blown dead, as this will be a free kick for the Tigers. John Jay working up the field. Goes straight into Mamaroneck's defense. It's a hard defense to get through. As John Jay is looking for their first goal of the season against the Tigers. Is this one kicked towards the goal, headed by Deco. Kicked up. As John Jay has to retreat for it. Geraldo breathing down the neck of Grant Bryant. And it's now Molina looking to put his team in good position. And the referee rules this a free kick for Mamaroneck. Joe Lopez sends it up. Good pass in there from the Tigers. Sent back middle. Knocked away. And that was a great play there from Raymond Trochy. Mamaroneck still in control. And now Jack Lowinger keeps it on the opposition side of the field. And I hear a fan yell in the distance, "Watch the handball." So I didn't see it, but an error right now at this point in the game would be fatal for either team. That one headed out of bounds by Dos Santos. 6:20 left in this game. And now the fans are getting into it a little bit. The sense of urgency picking up for both teams. Still tied 0-0. As both of these teams won a trip to the Section 1 final, as Ossining awaits them. Dos Santos passes it in to O'Reilly. O'Reilly sends it up for Macias Magana, and it's kicked away into the corner. And this is an opportunity for Liam O'Reilly to put the ball in position for Mamaroneck Tigers goal. And the anticipation is crazy right now. The ball is up and headed away by William Moore. Dos Santos sends it back down the field. Jack Lowinger retreats for it. He kicks it up, and it's ricocheted out of bounds by John Jay. Dos Santos with the throw in. O'Reilly gets to it. O'Reilly again. It's now Macias Magana, just a bit too far for him. Under 4 minutes left to go now. Macias Magana moving. He has Dos Santos running with him. He sends it back middle, and it's headed away. Marco Keckman over to Joe Lopez. He sends it to the right side of the goal, straight to John Jay. Macias Magana boxes out, and he lets it go out of bounds off of John Jay. He throws it in. Yogus gets it back across midfield. O'Reilly kicks it up. Joe Lopez trying to track it down, but getting to it first is Molina as he kicks it away and out of bounds. 2:55 left now in regulation. Headed a couple times. And it's now John Jay on the move. William Moore kicks it up the sideline, and Jackson Karras will scoop it up. Ball goes out of bounds. Under 2 minutes left now. Time ticking away in regulation. Still 0-0. O'Reilly moving up to Geraldo. Geraldo using his speed, tries to get to it. And a near mistake there from John Jay. Mamaroneck still moving. Macias Magana trying to dribble through the John Jay defense. 1 minute left to go. Time on neither team's side necessarily. And Geraldo sends it towards the goal. And he knew that one had a shot, but it goes straight to Morzette. O'Reilly with it. Kicks it up to Radovic. Radovic is going to send it middle. And it's ricocheted. Good defensive play by Grant Bryant. Under 30 seconds left now. Corner kick coming up for the Tigers. And this is a golden opportunity, as this is a huge one to end this game. Sent by Joe Lopez, just a bit too far, and it gets on the head. And wow, what an opportunity that was for the Tigers to try and end it. As the regulation horn sounds, still 0-0. As these teams are gonna fight until the end for their playoff lives. The winner will go on to face Ossining in the Section 1 final after they just got the win 2-1 over Arlington. So we'll take a quick break while these two teams get set for OT. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. We are getting set with 15 minutes on the clock for overtime. The overtime rules are 2 15-minute sudden victory halves. And if we're still tied after these two sudden death halves, then we'll go on to penalty kicks. Each coach will select any 5 players, either on the field or off the field, except if any players have been disqualified. To kick is kind of like a batting order in baseball. So these players will line up to do their kick. Whoever scores the most goals out of those 5 kicks for each team wins. If we're still tied after that, then we'll do the same situation once again with 5 different players. Ball going back and forth. And this one goes out of bounds. Whole different energy on the field now, with the lights as bright as possible. And it being overtime in the Section 1 semifinal matchup. So high energy for the players as Joe Lopez plays some heckling defense. Lowinger retreats, kicks it away. Marco Keckman kicks it over to the sideline. And Dos Santos kicks it up the field. It's now John Jay on the move, looking to dribble through the Mamaroneck defense. This one inbounded. John Jay with the chance, but blocked by Mamaroneck. Macias Magana up to Geraldo. Lowinger uses his strength to get his pass away. Joe Lopez in good position defensively. O'Reilly tries to get it, still in control. It's Frenellos. He kicks it up. Moving up the field is William Moore. He has it knocked away. Over to Rabati. He tries to make a move. Now it's O'Reilly on the move. He's being chased down. He passes it up to Radovich. Radovich, one-on-one. He's going to kick it back middle, but knocked away off of a great defensive play there from Grant Bryant. Big play there from Grant Bryant. And here comes another big opportunity to end this game for the Mamaroneck Tigers. As this one is up, headed, and into the goal. Matt Geraldo ends it here in overtime. Wow, off the corner kick from O'Reilly. Matt Geraldo puts it into the back of the net off the header. And what a heartbreaking defeat here for John Jay East Fishkill as they fought until the very end. But it's Matt Geraldo ending this one at 10:43 in the first overtime half. Wow, what a victory here for the Mamaroneck Tigers as they'll move on to face Ossining in the Section 1 final. Wow. And John Jay still on the field in disbelief. And some good sportsmanship from Joey Dos Santos and Liam O'Reilly after the celebration from the Tigers. Wow, what a huge victory here from Mamaroneck. Matt Geraldo with the game-winning goal. Tigers defeat John Jay East Fishkill Patriots 1-0 once again in this Section 1 semifinal playoff matchup. Wow, what a game. Defensive battle the entire time. And there's nothing bad to be said about either team here. What a great game. I'm Elijah Ware here with LMC Varsity Sports, and we'll be back with post-game interviews and analysis.
Elijah Ware here with Matt Geraldo. And Matt, what a huge goal to end the game. What happened on that play there?
It was all just making my run and just found the ball. I just got up there.
So you guys face Ossining coming up next. How's that game going to go? What do you expect from them? And how are you going to prepare to get the victory?
I mean, it starts in practice and just one game at a time, and I guess we just got to get our revenge now.
Overtime, you guys really came out with the different mindset. Y'all got really hyped before overtime, and then you came out and really controlled the whole period. What happened during that break before overtime?
I mean, we're all just reflecting. We're seniors now, and we're not going to lose on this field, and we're not going to go out this way, and we got to win this game. That's what happened.
Elijah Ware here with Coach Becker. And Coach, what are your thoughts on that game? Hard-fought game from both teams.
Yeah.
Just how do you feel right now?
Amazing. I mean, it's a great effort by both teams. Could have gone either way. The first half, I think they got the better of us, and we finally adjusted and stepped up and defended the way we know how. In the second half, I think we did a very nice job in the second half, creating many more opportunities for ourselves and didn't give up. Jay had a couple opportunities to score easily. We had a couple opportunities to score easily, and boys never gave up. And we've been working hard just to get better every game, and they're playing very well.
Oh, I love you. So in that 5-minute intermission before overtime, what did you say to your team to get them to come out with such a focused mindset?
I told them this is the last game that a lot of them will play on this field, win or lose. You know, it's the last game, a home game. You know, being you either go to the finals or you go home. And these guys have been working so hard all year, and they just stay on each other, and they did a great job.
So once the game was over, you got the news that you'll be playing against Ossining, and I seen your face light up. So, I mean, what's up with Ossining? What's the backstory there?
We played them a tough game here, and we lost with 44 seconds left in the second overtime, and that's one of the toughest losses we took, but it helped us. It helped us get here, and probably without that loss, the loss to Scarsdale, then, you know, I don't know if we'd be where we were at. You know, we've had an experience here where we've been 18-0, and we come into this game, and we've lost in this game, and the guys that came back today, we had a couple guys from that time way back that came back and said they thought we could do it, so it's nice.
Huge victory here from the Mamaroneck Tigers. Matt Giraldo with the game-winning goal with 10:43 left to go in the first overtime half. Just a big win here for the Tigers. They'll go on to face Ossining in the Section 1 final. So it's going to be a big game coming up. Ossining ranked number 1, Mamaroneck ranked number 2. Ossining ranked number 7 in the state, Mamaroneck ranked number 9. So it's a big one here coming up as the Tigers get the victory. I'm Elijah Ware here with LMC Varsity Sports.